My icon, you like it? It scared you? How's it going, Octo? How's it going, Blessedent? Welcome. It's beautiful, thank you. Shout out to Tomer who made it. And if you want, you can download it. You can download the 1 gig. I'm pretty sure. Where is it? Yeah, if you go into off topic, I think you can download the 1 gig version. I don't know what the resolution is, but every day, all day. How's it going, Fripo? Or Freepo? Upscaled. So yeah, here it is. I think it's... Oh no, this one's only 402 megabytes. I'm pretty sure I have a downloaded, let me see, upscaled PNG. 1.13 gigabytes. Oh my god, I hope it doesn't crash my computer. Just woke up. I'm scared. Should I double click on it? It might like destroy everything if I click on it. It's with Asprite too. I don't know if Asprite can handle a 1.13 gig file. Yeah, let's not do it. Well, yeah, it's there for anyone who needs it. I think this is maybe the one. I'm sure this is the 1 gig one. Let me see. Oh yeah, 1.1 gigs. Who's this? T. Alright, so I was thinking about it. Where's my pen? We're going to go crazy on our enemy class. I'm not entirely sure how it's gonna work just yet. We'll figure it out. Enemy class. Well, it's actually, yeah, we'll call it an enemy class. Right now we have a type called enemy, but like we use it for everything. How's it going? How's it going, Kent? Happy Friday. And so I'm thinking, we should have like one base enemy class, and I don't know all of the functionality yet. For now, we'll say for chapter 3. One, I think they're all connected. They're all connected. And what I mean by that is like to a new 4070. Hell yeah. Now you can make pixel art faster. Shit, true. Now you're like an official game dev, actually. That's all it takes. So yeah, they're all connected. And what does that mean? That means they all activate each other's. They all activate their trigger function, which right now doesn't really do much. Besides, like, if you're an eyeball, it just points at the player. But if you're like, let's say you're a skull enemy, depending on so for like eyeballs, they look at player. For the skulls, they shoot at the player. For the lasers, they also target the player. I think that's what we're gonna do. Still was on a 10 series. I was on a 10 series for a long time, and I honestly, it was completely fine, to be honest. I had a 1070 until recently, or like since a year ago, I would say. But yeah, I don't really game too hard. The only games that I really play is like Valorant, which is like already pretty low end. But I also don't really need to play games at 120 FPS. GTX 1660. Oh, for Starfield. Baldur's Gate 3. But this year's a bit different. That's true. Starfield and Baldur's Gate. Two high-end AAAs. You know what's funny? I wish I was more excited for both of those games. I think because I'm doing all of this, you know, all of my game dev stuff, I can't like play them. Like Bethesda, I loved all of I loved the Fallouts, I loved the Elder Scrolls, but I can't do it anymore. At least not right now. You need to like dedicate. Like I have like, I mean, it's not pretty rookie numbers, like 300 hours or something, or maybe 400 or 500 on Skyrim, and like a bunch on Fallout. But yeah, I have like maybe like 250 on Divinity. But yeah, that was back when like, you know, back when I can play video games 12 hours a day. My 380 arrives. Oh, nice. Integrated. Integrated makes it sound like it's something special. That's gonna be a huge upgrade. 3080. Yeah. So we have our eye, we have our skull, and laser enemy. Laser. So yeah, I think we're gonna want to make like some parent enemy class, but it's not gonna be too. I think we're gonna save it all for chapter 3 for now, and maybe we'll expand on it later. And another enemy that I potentially want to introduce. Is one that follows you. Follows player. So I also wanted to release this version by the end of the month, and I think we still will. It's just that if we want to like fully expand on this chapter or even on the full enemy class, we're definitely gonna have to spend maybe one more month on all of this. Not that I can use the 3080 yet. I gotta wait for my case to arrive. I see. Are you also getting? So you're getting a 3080. You have a case. Are you? I mean, usually when you get a GPU, yeah, like, are you just getting everything new? Because like maybe a new, at this point. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, new PC entirely, not just the GPU. Okay. New enemy. One that follows the player. And it's gonna be like, well, it's gonna look like Pac-Man. It's gonna look like this. Had laptops all my life until 3 years ago. Quieter, more powerful. I honestly love. I had an Alien for the longest time. I had an Alienware laptop. Honestly, I had no problems keeping that laptop. And I think, 'cause I also like the idea of being mobile. My mom lives in another state, so it's also nice when I visit her and I could bring my whole, my whole gaming setup with me. When I visit her or something. Alrighty. Alright, so I want to also draw a decent skull enemy. Ryzen 7 5000 handles decently when doing small stuff. Totally fails on lowest graphics. Yeah. Alright. Where do we start? I had this idea in bed. This is usually when ideas come to me. New Twitch profile pic, who this? It's just me. Your friendly neighborhood NPC. Alright. We were working on art this morning. Oh no. Don't compare me to those people. Those NPCs, Big Vev. They're too high tier for me. Yeah, I was thinking of actually adding a reward to make me say like fucking gang gang. PNPC NPG. PNPC.png. PNPC.png. NPC stream 1. Can I even do live streams on TikTok? I don't think I can yet. I need 1,000. I need 1,000 followers. So if you guys want to help the algorithm make me TikTok famous, I'll do an NPC stream. Oh my god, bro. But like, honestly, TikTok, I love it. It's so good. Yum. TikTok so good. .mpc, pnpc.mpc. Alright. What happened? Kent, do you know the NPC streams? The TikTok NPC streams? It's all the internet is talking about lately. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, so we had these oh, looking at them now, they look kind of they do look better to me. But I still don't think they look that good. Also, I'm curious, can I? Oh. Let me see, can we? No, I can't. So these guys shoot lasers. Oh. Yeah, I don't like them. I do like the animations. Well, actually, I don't know. I think we can make a better skull. Alrighty. Chapter 3 dash. What the hell? What was I talking about here? Claim on moving objects. Spring pressure plate that activated another spring. Oh, okay. Feature creep. Particle visual cue that lurks towards the player. Potential face skin on player. These are great ideas. Manage moths. We still have to do. Player state machine. Enemy manager singleton to the parent node. Honestly, I kind of do like the enemy singleton. It's just I gotta make sure we solve all of the, like, I don't know, there might be some edge cases that I haven't solved for. So we'll look into that. Crash spamming. I mean, if we... Let's see. Base enemy type that can be activated. Chapter 3 enemies that activate each other. Per room. Can be connected to other objects in game. Signal issue. Okay, so I think I know how to solve the signal issue. We would have the... Oh, wait, no. How would we solve the... There's no way to solve... Wait, let me look this up. So, yeah, we're constantly getting this error. And the thing is, it works. Already connected to given method. But you can't do this, apparently. But it does. It works. I don't get it. It says already connected. Let me look this up. We could just directly call, activate on eyeball trigger. So like every time we activate, we just say enemy manager dot eyeball trigger. Honestly, I might just do that. Signals don't seem to be the solution here. Or maybe I'm misunderstanding how signals work. Maybe you're not supposed to have multiple nodes connected to. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Let me see. Signal. When executed. Yeah. It does work, but I guess maybe it's not right. So we'll fix that. It does make our life a little easier because now we don't actually have to connect anything. We would just say level manager dot do your thing. So yeah. All right, let's do that. Also, I don't know if we want to update our class. We can make everything go underneath the eyeball enemy, but here, actually, let me open up. Okay, so we have eyeball enemy. Eyeball enemy moving. We have eyeball enemy laser, and then we have eyeball enemy. This is actually not going to be an eyeball anymore, so maybe, yeah, we do want to update it. And the states are different for the eyeball enemy compared to, so maybe we just don't want to include the states, but we'll want to include, maybe we'll just make a new enemy class. What is this? Extends, oh, I see, okay. So the moving eyeball just extends node, and so there's this one. Oh, wait, what? Oh, class name eyeball, no, okay, yeah. And then this one is eyeball. Oh, eyeball laser node is its own thing. Yeah, we might change this because it's actually not going to be an eyeball anymore. It's going to be a skull. So maybe we'd want to create like a, what's this? Eyeball. So the only one that is different is the eyeball moving node, but I'm pretty sure the script here is the same one right here. Pretty sure everything is the same. Is there anything that might be different? We can compare the two. Let me see. Is there a path here? Yeah, we have the path. We can throw our eyeball enemy into this room. And honestly, maybe we can just get rid of this eyeball enemy moving node because, yeah, eyeball enemy already does everything. All right, so here, let's do this. Move eyeball moving node. All right, sounds good, Octo. Should I do art first, or should we do some light programming first? All right. Let me go back into the eyeball laser, and we're gonna wait a second. Oh, we made a version 2. That's why. Yeah, sure. Let's work on version 2 first. What did we call the original skull that we were working on? Skull laser enemy. Ah, that was quick. Oh wait, where is it? Skull particles. Alright, you know what? Let's leave it the way it is because, yeah, we're gonna work on this later. Let's work on the signals. So right now we say self.connect activate, enemy animal, enemy manager, and then eyeball trigger. Let me see. And I think eyeball trigger, print eyeball trigger for eyeball in current eyeball enemies, eyeball trigger, and then if not active, we activate skulls and we activate the skull timer. Oh wait, skull enemy for, we say dot activate, which I believe is just it's just to animate it. Let me see. Damn, we need to make a new skull projectile skull enemy. activate. Player node, we set the player node, we say activated. Alright. And we also say prepare attack. Pretty simple. Alrighty. Set raycast rotation. I feel like we're gonna update this too. I feel like sometimes we wouldn't want it to move, so we should update that. Like just create a variable for letting it move. Target position. Follow player. Let me see. If raycast collision, we should probably is all it's doing in the physics process actually is. I guess when do we set start following? Right here. Can shoot. Should we do it here? Prepare attack. Alright, yeah, we'll just say it right here. If can. There we go. And animation player dot play idle. Alright, yeah, we're just cleaning up this code for no reason. I'm also thinking we should have it extend or call it a class. Let's just do that now. Class name skull enemy node. And I'm wondering. Skull enemies. Godot array of node. Dex. Come on, man. 5th time in a row. Consecutively. Thank you, Dex. You're too kind. How's it going, Dex? Good morning. If it's morning where you are. Wherever you are in the world. And thank you. It was made by Tomer Bar. They made an image that's 1 gig. It's like that same image, but it's the size of a gig. It's just a very, very large image. But yeah. Now we have that one. Now we have this one. Tiki2Q20, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, we were looking something up. So how exactly does let me see something. It's a big pic. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't. I'm actually afraid to open it because I feel like it's gonna destroy my computer. If I tried opening it. So vector. What's the difference between a pool? Oh wait, no. Oh, a pool vector tool. Okay. I want to see. Can you make a pool of just any node type? Vector. Godot. Clear. Static typing of arrays. Oh no, Godot engine is down. Oh, elements and arrays can't be statically typed. In 4.0 you'll be able to. Can't do so now. Let me see, maybe they can do it in 3. Seems like no. That's okay. We could add it here. We could say what type it is. But I think we'll just leave it the way it is for now. But it's, yeah, hope your day is going well. Mine just started. I haven't been, like, yeah, we've been streaming every day, but I feel like definitely want to be more consistent. I'm hoping to, like, power through today and do, like, maybe like a 7-hour stream. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna start out strong with, like, just cleaning up everything. We'll do some light programming, and then towards the end we'll probably just do more art, do like the fun stuff at the end. We'll see how it goes. Skull attack hammer dot start. Animate irises. What's your favorite part? Um, it would probably be a combination. I would say like designing um, fun mechanics or like making something. The most rewarding, I would say, is like the satisfying mechanics. Um, like when something feels super smooth, I love it. And it's also like the thing that I take the most pride in. Like, you know, if I post it on social media and someone's like, "Oh, the movement looks super smooth," I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, it does." I spent so much time on it, you know. Um, but I also like when people, because like I can't really take pride in the art since I didn't really make it like from scratch myself. Um, so yeah. I do like working on the art though. All like all almost all elements of like game dev I enjoy. The art is fun. I really like level design is also fun. Figuring out what to do there. So yeah. I wouldn't call myself like a good programmer. Um, but yeah, I think I'm good at programming the design or like figuring out how the design is supposed to be made. So, all right. So the eyeball enemy is its own. I wonder if we should make a chapter 3 node or like a chapter 3. Work as a programmer, and I've really been missing doing any design. Yeah. I think it's my favorite because I think I used to like when I was a little young, like, you know, when you're younger, you kind of feel more. I don't want, you know, to call anybody out or like put any like generalize anyone, but like, you know, you're younger and like you feel like you're unstoppable. You feel like you're a genius, or maybe not you, but like, I sort of felt like that. Like I was like, oh, like I want to be like the smartest person, but like soon you'll realize like, oh, like I'm not the smartest person in the world, and it becomes kind of subjective of like what's good and bad. So for me, it was like I really like doing design or like designing mechanics, just because it's like I think it's more of a subjective kind of a subjective skill. There's obviously some objectivity to it, but like it's more lenient on like you know, what's technically wrong or right. And I think that's what makes it more fun too, because it's like, oh, you know, as a programmer, you're like, oh, what's like the most, you know, how can something be done most optimally? And it's like, I mean, that's fun in itself. It's like a puzzle, but it's like there's really only one solution. You know what I mean? But I like when there's multiple solutions to things. That's kind of like my take on it. Basically, I'm saying I'm smooth brained, so I like designing stuff. Not that, well, I won't say, not that designing is smooth brain. It's just, yeah. It's easier for someone like me, I guess. Or maybe my brain just works better with design. But also, design is not really like I remember looking it up. It's not really something that you learn. Like, sorry, it's not something that's just like like no one is good at it. It's kind of like just something that you learn. Or like no one's born being good at design. It's something that you learn from like trial and error. I mean, I guess with everything. So it's just a skill, just like everything else. All right. Alrighty. Yeah, we wanted to call. I'm trying to think if we should make a like a parent class for the enemies. I'm not sure what, like, specifically this one would be chapter 3 enemies, but I also wonder if this will add to like the complexity of, like, maybe I'm overanalyzing it and we could just put this script quickly into every enemy. The thing is, okay, like you can see initial state. Maybe we should do like an initialize enemy at least and record. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We will create a parent class real quick. And all it's gonna be I like saving them as nodes just because it's easy to look at them on the top tabs here. You can still search them up in the scripts, but yeah, I like it like this. So yeah, we'll just save it as enemy class. Say class name. Enemy node. And what we're gonna do is call func add to enemy manager. Okay, so wait, let me think about this, because right now, right now we're doing this. Let me think about it. I forgot, we do this in our traps node. Our traps node is what writes all of this stuff, or like what adds it to the enemy manager. You see? What is it? Room script. Room.g. Through our traps. Something. This also we want to. I think we're going to want to refactor pretty soon, but it's called, I think, enable children. So in enable children for our traps, we say room entered, enemy manager dot room entered, and this just handles everything. On room entered, let me see. When do we add? When do we add these enemies? I guess we do it in the room. We have to, right? Okay, we say add enemy. I feel like we could make this cleaner. I guess it's fine the way it is. For traps, if it does not equal null, we go through each of the traps and we just add the enemy. This will have to do for now, but yeah, eventually I think we're gonna refactor it. And then we say room entered. And then in that same script, when we disable the children, we say enemy manager dot clear enemies of the previous room. All right. So add to enemy manager. What did we want to do? We wanted to I guess we won't call it add to enemy manager, but we'll say, since we already work with add to enemy manager, we'll say shit. I don't know. What was the original one called? It was called eyeball trigger. I feel like we should create like an all-encompassing script here instead of calling it trigger. We'll call it enemy triggered. But it's actually, no, actually we're gonna call it func enemy activated, because enemy triggered is another function that we're gonna want to add. Although they're all gonna handle their own trigger. Let me see, eyeball trigger. So right now we have eyeball trigger. If active, we say skull enemy dot activate, or yeah, I mean, for now, we only have skull enemies doing this thing, but eventually, yeah, it might be something else. So, enemy activated. What we're going to do is going to call the enemy manager dot yeah, we're gonna want to call a function called enemies activated, or enemy activated. We have to actually write this though. And it's gonna be literally the same thing as eyeball trigger, or it's gonna be eyeball trigger. We're just renaming it. Enemy activated. Name enemy node extends node 2D. So should we start doing this? Extends. Oh wait, no, not this one. This one. All right. So I mean, everything should still work the same. All we did was add the enemy activated. Let's do that here. So instead of calling the signal self.activate enemy manager eyeball trigger, we're gonna get rid of that. Boom. In fact, maybe we want to keep this entire activate function, although dead is not necessarily. Sometimes, yeah, because like the skull enemy, which we haven't actually added yet. Well, actually, the skull enemy won't run this enemy activated. Stop frame. We added a stop frame to laser 2. I'm gonna delete this for now. Why do we put it? Why is it only there? I think it's better for us to actually put it on the player script, the stop frame. So we'll do that next. I'm trying to think. Should we also put this in the like maybe we should. I don't know if I want to keep adding new classes. I think we're gonna try to keep it as simple as possible. Enemy class will keep enemy activated. It'll just run it every time. In case of anything. If not, can also like, yeah, I mean, if not activate, we do call trigger, and then that's it. And then for this, we say active, and then we say animate eyeball irises. I guess. Wait, what does animate eyeball irises do? Oh, I think it just makes everything for eyeball and on timer timeout. Oh, we should rename this. Okay. Alright, so everything should work the same. I'm wondering, is there anything that we do in our skull enemy that I have to be worried about? Prepare attack. Do we connect any signals? No. Alright, so everything should work the same for all node types. So here are the version 2s that we're going to... Alright. Let me just make sure nothing else in the game is broken. Oh shit. Oh, we're immortal. Okay. Good to know. Oh, this room is impossible, but yeah, everything else worked. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's anything that we want to put into... It seems like the entire script is the same though. Eyeball moving. Eyeball, let me see, eyeball enemy. Let's see if there's anything different. Cause yeah, oh, there's still the signal for the eyeball moving. I thought we, let me see. Oh yeah, whoops. Is it also not extending, extends, wait, what? Oh, extends eyeball node, which is the same thing, okay. But yeah, it seems like we don't really need this anymore. Let me see. next position. Maybe this is the only thing. Let me see. What's this function called? Set next target position. Yeah, it seems like it's the same thing. What we can do just to make sure. Let's put this in our game real quick. Where are the eyeball? Which room is this a part of? Oh, it's a part of this one. Okay. I'm curious which node is this? Eyeball enemy moving. Yeah, we're probably gonna change that. Eyeball. Unless we decide we're gonna add a new eyeball. Because we could. Maybe we want to differentiate the moving eyeball from the regular eyeball. Maybe we want to change the texture or something. But then the script would just be the same. It would just be that we changed the look. So here, we put this in here. I'll add an entity path. Let me favorite this. Alright. So actually, let me duplicate this. We're going to put one here. One that's just does nothing. I'm actually going to put this one. And I also want to see what happens if we don't, like we added a path to it. But actually the path doesn't matter because if it's less than or equal to 1, it just doesn't do anything. Or it acts as if it was a normal one, a normal eye. Let's go into here. Doot, 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 doot. You can test out one more. That's like this, with no path. And just moves left and right. So let's move it to 80. We also have the rebirth function. I'm not sure if we made it work, but we'll test it out. Alright, so this one works. And it seems to respawn correctly. I wonder. Right, so the only issue right now is lerping the position of this eye. We have it so that we can't activate it until it's reached its like final position. That's just for the sake of like consistency in the game. We could make it so that if you bounce into it and it's really close, you can activate it, but we would have to reset its position to be like but the thing is, certain states of the player don't reset the player. Certain bounces on the eyeball don't reset the player's position. So I think what we're going to want to do is just make sure that the eyeball moves faster, or like either teleports and moves consistently instead of lerping it. Because yeah, this is not good that like we jump into it and then nothing happens. Also, what was that about? You saw that it like didn't animate. Whatever. And then yeah, this one is fine. It's just based on a timer, so you can actually see it a little bit being invisible. We'll want to update that just a bit. Make sure that it's slightly visible before you can bounce on it. Yeah, or we just like, yeah, let me see, because I'm pretty sure the animation is technically starting. It's just it starts from 0. The alpha starts from 0, the alpha value. If we go into, what is it? Is it rebirth? We can try to start it maybe slightly, make it slightly visible. Let me see. It's like, where is it? I think we have an invisible tile at the moment. Invisible enemy. Here, let me reset and then go to rebirth. Okay, there you go. So you can kind of see it. Yeah, let's make it. Let me see, maybe a little bit more. Wait, what the hell? You see it, but it's not much. Here, let me go into death. Come on, trigger rebirth. Something that's actually visible. Do we like self-modulate or something? What's going on here? Can't see anything. Oh, it's just, okay, there we go. This looks pretty decent. I'll make it slightly more visible. Or it just doesn't update until you like, there we go. So let's try that out. This might mess with the game just a bit. Let's see. Wait, what? There we go. So now you can actually kind of see it when you hit it. I think. Maybe I should add like a warning to show that it's about to pop up. Because it's based on a timer, and the second you enter that state, but it's like, because we're using alpha, like, who knows when it's supposed to happen? Like, is it supposed to happen, like, you know, when the alpha value is at 50%, or if it's at 100%? And I feel like I feel like it feels more responsive if you start hitting it before you can even see it, compared to hitting it, or like not hitting it once it's like half visible, because you'll be like, oh, I see it. Why? You know, the player might think, oh, that was unfair. You know, why didn't I enter the bounce state? Same with this. Like, this still feels very unresponsive, just because, like, yeah, we're lerping it, and we only let it be activatable once it finishes its animation. So we'll fix that eventually. I'll even put that down. Remove eyeball node, eyeball moving node. Yeah, I think we did that. Oh, we didn't actually remove it, but we made sure that the regular one, it works. Signal issue, call manager. Okay, we fixed this. Can be connected to other objects in game. I mean, technically this already happens with our singleton. But I guess we would want to, like, I'm gonna say yes, because our singleton manages this. Chapter 3 enemies that activate each other per room. So I mean, yeah, I guess we were just checking everything that we want to make sure happens. Enemy type that can be activated. Base enemy type that can be activated. Yep. Or did we say can be activated, or that activates singleton? Okay. I want to make sure no bugs. This one, or the software that I'm using. This is called Obsidian. And this is called Godot. All right, so I think we got everything back to, everything is up to speed, but I am gonna look at our enemy manager real quick just to make sure everything is printing correctly. Enemy manager. Because I did notice, I'm not sure, but I wonder if our particles still exist. Good luck with your project, thank you. Let's go into... And also, thank you for the follow. Alright, let's go into chapter 3. Do we have any nodes with... Okay, we'll just add a skull enemy to... I guess we'll add like every enemy type to this room. We have the moving enemy. Also, let's... Any instance of a moving enemy we're going to replace with the regular enemy. Although... no, I'm thinking about it. I think we will keep the enemy, the moving enemy, because we're gonna replace the texture. So I'll leave it the way it is. It looks nice. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, we'll probably keep the enemy moving, but it'll just be like a different color. Or maybe we could also make the eyeball enemy just fully dynamic, and like add it to decisions. Because, yeah, if it's not moving, we could just change the color. There's no point in having an eyeball of, like, multiple types since we're going to be replacing the texture. Yeah. Alright, it's set. It's final. Eyeball enemies will not have a moving type alternative. It'll just be... Just be eyeball enemy. Oh, whoop. Okay, so there's our skull. And we want the eyeball enemy. Let's put it on top of this one. Let's get rid of the... Put the entity on top of this. And then... delete this one. Alright, so this one moves around. We have our skull enemy shooting at the player. Let's grab a few more of these eyes. We'll just duplicate this one. Delete this. I'll put them here. Okay, and we'll put one laser enemy here too. So the laser enemy we're also going to replace today. Like the texture and everything. What was it called? Laser. So we have a laser version 2. For now, we're just going to use the original eyeball enemy laser. So that's this one right here. Alright. Let's go into... First, I'm going to go into our skull projectiles. I just want to make sure... Do we have a physics process on it? We do. I feel like we could update this stuff in our enemy manager instead, but for now, let's just print it out. We'll say... Actually, maybe it's good that it's handling its own physics. Handling... Or just running physics. Skull projectile. Running physics. Alright. So we have a bunch of skulls running physics. If I restart, they definitely do get removed. Let's say we activate this node. We have skull physics, and then we leave. They're also removed. So we know they're not running. You know, I might keep it here just in... I think... I don't know why. I'm just paranoid that, like, something might be running somewhere. Where did we queue free this? Also, we don't have signals here, do we? Okay, good. So I assume we just queue free it in our enemy manager. Say projectile. Remove all projectiles. And we say remove project. I'm not sure when we remove the projectile. Current projectile dot remove. Find input projectile. Remove projectile, input projectile. When do we run this? Check distance. Player node does not equal null if the distance of the player. This is done. Wait, what? Distance of player is equal to. Oh no, okay, this is ran on our skull enemy. Yes, skull projectile. Okay, we checked distance. So we checked distance on the physics process. If the distance is greater than 1000, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe we don't even need to check the distance. I was just thinking we could just check. I mean, I don't think we'll ever make a huge room, like a large ass room that's like, 2,000 tiles large, but we could, like, it is a thing that we can allow. Because I'm thinking like, oh, if the projectile just shoots for 1,000 tiles, we can make it so that it. You know what? I think what we'll do. Yeah, I think that's what we will do. Is that if it's greater than, if it travels 1,000 pixels, we should just delete it. And yeah, how's it going, Zendra? What you been up to? So yeah, we could. I'm trying to think, because if we're gonna do it this way, instead of saying distance, having every projectile calculate distance to player, we would just keep adding like what our distance is, total distance. If the total distance is set to, I don't know, is 1,000? 1,000 might be too little though. It would have to be like 2,000. I would say probably. Added some look ahead to camera and some more visuals. Oh yeah. Currently just more refactoring, I guess. I'm planning on adding more enemies to the game, so I decided, hey, let's just make a even more solid foundation for like the enemy class, and then we'll just add more enemies. Because I want to add more enemies to the other chapters too. So we're just cleaning up everything for the current enemies. I think in the afternoon we're gonna add another enemy that's like basically inspired by the asset that we bought today. With the one of these looked pretty good. I mean all of them look pretty good, but yeah, this one. It'd be cool if like these teeth are chomping towards the player. Need to get to some new enemy sprites going that have attack animations. Where do you usually do you make all of your art, or do you like buy assets too? But yeah, the look ahead is pretty good. I like when cameras let you do that. I say that as my game doesn't have it. That's another thing we have to add. These assets, but all my enemy art and spellbook was made by the publisher of the first game. I see, okay. Wait, what the hell? Oh, it's this song again. Whoever this badass is. Mad respect. Ghost in his home. I can't let the Spotify algorithm know that that's a good song though, so every time we see it, we have to close it. What the hell? I want to close this Sprite file. It's not letting me close. It's cursed. Oh, there. Okay. Boom. Alrighty. So I think we finished cleaning up everything. Yeah, I think, yeah, instead of calculating the distance of the player, it would just be easier to calculate how long we've traveled. And maybe even add like an explosion animation. What we could also do is calculate distance to player on the ready. If we want to like really make this perfect, is we say distance to player, and then add 1,000 to that distance to player. That's like the best. That'd be the best, I think. Okay. Fuck it, let's do it. It'll be quick. Already exists. Oh, wow. Look at me. If distance to player. So right now we're constantly calculating distance to player. We don't need to. We're going to say if distance to player plus, wait, if traveled distance is equal to, yeah, wait, I also don't really know what the travel to distance, or like, what is distance equal to delta, wait, let me see. Forgot what our speed is. We say plus direction times speed times delta. Wait, new homing is velocity times delta. Okay, so what we're gonna say is distance to player var travel distance .0. Boom, 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 boom. All right, travel distance. So on the ready, when we start the projectile, we say input node, which is the player global position right here. So we can say distance to player is equal to, I guess, our global position dot distance to player global position. This could be cleaned up a little bit, but all right. Travel distance. I mean, we also want to say var max distance, or I guess distance max distance. Sure. Max distance is going to equal, I guess we'll say, is equal to distance to player plus, yeah, we'll say max distance. So max distance right now, we'll set to 1,000. And then max distance is set to distance plus max distance. And then what we'll say here, right now we're using new homing. So travel distance. Travel distance is equal to velocity dot length times delta plus equals, and then right here, instead of saying distance to player, always calculating distance to player, we'll say if travel if travel distance dev spajuice. Thank you. How's it going? Let me know if I pronounced your name correctly. How's it going? Don't think I've seen you before. Okay, before we forget. If travel distance is equal to our max, or sorry, is greater than our max distance, we'll remove our projectile. What you been up to? Oh, you're a part of Pirate Crew. Heard those people are pretty cool. Wanted to check out what you're doing. Doing great, but gotta run off. Show off your game. Alright, sounds good. Thank you. Thank you again for the raid. And thank you for the follow. So, for those of you who are just finding out about my stream, I work on a precision platformer, heavily inspired by Celeste. I'll just do a quick playthrough of this chapter. This is like one of the newer chapters, actually. You'll see at the beginning the mechanic is fairly simple. It's kind of like an eyeball. If you've ever played Terraria, it's kind of like an eyeball inspired by that. Although we will be replacing the textures pretty soon. This was like a free asset we found. So yeah, it gets relatively simple. This is our like most basic enemy, and then we expand from there. How's it going, Cooler SK? But yeah, it's heavily... Oh shit, I accidentally pressed R. Well, I think I set myself to immortal, so even if we mess up, you might see that I never die. Yeah, that's because, you know, there's the developer diff. I can turn on hacks whenever I want. But I'm relatively good at my game too, so... Celeste everywhere. Oh, yeah. Skill issue. Celeste everywhere, as in you notice elements of Celeste. Or that you see other developers working on Celeste. Which one? Oh shit. But yeah, this is one of the newer this is chapter 3. We have 5 chapters in the game currently, but I recently introduced this chapter into the game. Oh shit. Can we get across? Oh, no. There we go. See a lot of see other people I follow playing Celeste. I see. That's interesting that you see a lot of Celeste players. I feel like, I don't know, lately I've been seeing less people play it. Despite even like the new, I don't know if you know, like Strawberry Jam, the Strawberry Jam mod. it had some hype, but I feel like it's I feel like maybe it's slightly reserved for the top tier speedrunners. Even though they do have different lobbies. But yeah. So yeah, that was this room, or like that's like the most recent room. This one is me just messing around with like yeah, we're trying to refactor everything just to make sure everything is clean for when we start introducing more enemies. So we currently have this one, the one that shoots skulls at us. We have one that shoots lasers at us. And then I'm also about to have one that just follows you around and like tries to eat you. There's no real combat besides the fact that you can just like dash into the eyeballs. But yeah. And so you caught me in the middle of just making sure that we're removing objects appropriately. There's nothing broken in the game. I actually want to print this and see. Print. Removing projectile. I'm also curious what our travel. Oh, we don't actually have to check for the player node anymore. We can just say that. But I actually am curious if it prints the player node. It shouldn't ever be null, but I don't know why I checked for if player null. Maybe there was like a bug, and not a bug, but like something unexpected. Because it should always be not null player node. So we'll check for that just in case. And also max distance 0e is not a variable. Print our travel distance. And yeah, I'm also going to print our max distance. Okie dokie. Oh, we spawned all the way over here. Let's go into that room that we were testing out. But yeah, if anybody's interested in playing the game, you can find it on Steam. The demo actually includes this chapter here. Here it is. Here, let me. So, if we activate one of these nodes, duck them. Thank you. All right, so we can see our travel distance is 0 currently. Wait, what the hell? Travel distance is always 0. I mean, we're spamming stuff on the. So yeah, it seems our max distance is good, but our travel distance seems to be incorrect. Yo, Tomer, how's it going? You like my new profile picture? What did I want to do? Travel distance. Are we not updating travel? Travel distance plus equals velocity dot length times delta. Seems to be set to 0. Why? See velocity dot length. Velocity. That's the only way it would be 0. Oh, unless we're not even using this. Let me see. Velocity. Yeah, we're not even using this. That's why. Travel distance. Travel distance. Yeah. Seems like we're actually not even using this. Mini Champlu, how's it going? New homing seems to actually. Oh yeah, we're not using homing. I forgot. We're using this. So travel distance. Else travel distance is equal to. We can just say speed. Pretty sure we can just say speed times delta, right? Direction. Yeah. Speed times delta. How's it going? It's going pretty well, I have to say. We're currently just doing some more, just light refactoring, making sure our game... Alright, so we can see all of these values are changing. I'm going to set a timer on our enemy manager for now to 100 seconds, just so that we can test out one of the shots. I think it shoots... wait, let me see. Let me make sure. Whoa. Oh my god, okay. It's gonna... originally we set it to what, 1 second, right? Shit. Let me see, wait time. Current enemy attack on... Yeah, what we'll do real quick is we'll say wait time. Dot wait time is equal to 100 seconds. I just want to make sure it deletes. I mean it should, but you never know. So we shoot our laser, oh, it shot 2 for some reason, but that's okay. Alright, so we see 1,000. Alright, and then, yeah, there we go. So after 1,000 pixels from our target distance, it deletes itself. It also runs on the homing, so yeah, awesome. Cool. Simple fix. Honestly, it doesn't really need optimizing, but nice to have, I guess. And I think that was everything with the... I think that was everything with our projectiles that we have to handle. I'm curious. Do visible collision shapes. Did I answer how it's going? Yeah, I think I did. It is going. The only way for the projectile to disappear, like after a long time, is if we were to, like, for instance, maybe like go all the way here, and then I don't even know if this is long enough. It might disappear at this point. Oh no, but it already shot at our distance, so like it's impossible. It deletes after 1,000 pixels. So if we went, if we had homing in attached, but the thing is, if homing was attached, it would still shoot in this direction, and then after 1,000 pixels, it would already mess up. The only time it would disappear is if somehow the homing started to rotate around like this, and then we followed it, and then we went straight down. But then maybe for the homing, what we would do is based on the rotation, we could... It's honestly not that big of a deal. Maybe for homing missiles, we would set it to like 2,000 pixels or something like that. It's not a big deal. And we can also add an explosion animation to the skull projectiles, so it's not that they just like disappear. Yeah. Everything seems pretty clean at the moment. I mean, it could be cleaner, but it'll have to do for now. What do we want to do now? Did we check everything? No bugs. Check for no bugs. It's that simple. I think if we just click this, all bugs in our game get removed. I don't think we're gonna do this. Putting our enemy singleton into the parent node would be too much work, I think. We could theoretically do it, but I think having an enemy manager is kind of nice because I guess there's pros and cons to both. Dancing cockroach. Practically good shooting. Bugs defeated, yes. The bugs. We did it. We killed the bugs. Crash spamming pause. Oh yeah, I forgot this was a thing when not switching rooms, but switching chapters. I mean, I think it's a quick fix, so maybe I'll save it for later. These are kind of like, well, this is very low priority, the player state machine. This is medium priority. Like we do have to fix it, but like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Exiting to chapter 2 main. Okay, yeah, so that's this basically. Unique particles for every chapter. We started working on that. Better animations for particles. Spike eyeball, laser eyeball. So we did this. Connected eyes that disappear when you hit one. Connected eyes that move around when you hit them. We did this. Here, let's Spike eyeball. I don't know. We might do spike eyeball, but it might not be a spike eyeball. It just might be a spike mechanic in the game. Yellow Terry, how's it been? How you been? See, you become the new main character. No, I don't think I can ever become the main character. Patrolling eyeball. I don't know if we're gonna do that either. Or maybe this would be great actually for chapter 2. Or no, sorry, maybe chapter 5 or even chapter 5 or 6. They wouldn't be eyeball enemies. I'm fixated with eyes for some reason. They can just be fixated enemies. God damn, it's raining again. Connected eyes that move around when you hit them. We did this one. Connected eyes that disappear when you hit one. I don't know if we're gonna do this. If we do it, we're gonna connected enemies. It won't be an eye enemy that does this. Just been out in the rain. Oh, it's raining for you too? I actually gotta close my window. Eyes everywhere. Okay. It's raining hard. Can't think of a witty I was outside your window joke. Can't think of a witty I was outside your window joke. That's okay. Okay. So the only enemy that's actually an eye is the moving one, and yeah, that's it. And they're kind of like the base enemy class, at least for chapter 3. Cool stuff. Alright, so what's next? It's been raining hard. Like, does it usually rain this hard in the fall? I don't remember it always raining. Or is that just like climate change or something? I remember it like always being so humid and rainy. I mean, it's still summer, I guess. Does it always rain so hard in August? Okay, I guess it's a thing. I guess I don't remember it raining so much. Already. Let's get to it. Fortunately, I live on a slope. We'll take a while to a road. Why is that fortunately? I guess so that you don't not exposed to floods or anything like that. God damn, it's raining so hard. Yeah, I've never had any, at least where I live, there haven't been, there was like maybe one flood scare. It was actually pretty bad. Like my, actually I still even have the crack in my ceiling. There was like water that actually that got through. That was the first time. Also, my, usually the basement in my house floods. It's usually like a little pool in the basement. It's like, I don't know if this is a common thing for like how basements flood, but it's usually like water comes out from the drain. It just fills up like a couple of inches. Usually that's what happens. I think for me, the worst thing that I would be afraid of with rain is just like accumulation of liquid and like mold. All right. So we got everything going. I'm gonna start. I guess we should just start working on the new enemy class, or sorry, not the new enemy class. The art of the new enemy. We didn't do much cleaning up. I mean, I guess we cleaned up a little bit. I guess we just set in stone how our game is gonna work. We brainstormed a decent amount. So now we'll just do art. And after we figure out the new enemy, or after we figure out how we're gonna design the laser enemy, we'll start working on this enemy. I kind of want to take inspirations from this one and put it, just basically make a better version of this for the eyeball enemy. More eyes, RTS. But these aren't eyes. Here, actually, let's open up all of the enemies that we have so far, and maybe we can, like, get inspiration from all of them. So we have the eyeball enemy sprite sheet version 2. Let me see what this is. We need one. So we've removed the irises. I'm gonna grab. Let me see. None of these have the irises except for this one. And this one, and maybe we'll just throw this in here. Maybe we'll copy this iris and kind of put it on this one so we can see. Again, it's just a reference for now. Gotta make sure we don't save this ever. I love this song, but I think it's too loud. Alrighty. Only way to prevent flooding is to have some form of space for water to enter. When those are full, floods are inevitable anywhere. I see. Boom, 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 boom. Hi, nice sprites. I am Appens. These aren't my sprites, actually. Well, they are my. They're used in my game, but they are technically itch.io sprites. All right. Let's go and. Where's the other enemy that we want? Skull enemy? Yeah, let's grab the skull enemy. You know, I wonder why do sometimes PNGs show and other times they don't. Extra large icons. There we go. I'll grab this one as a reference as well. What's this? Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot we made projectiles as well. I'll put that in there. I'll grab this one as well. I'll grab this as a reference. Everything is a reference. Laser enemy. Oh yeah, this is the one. Let's grab this. And this. FX. Extra large icons. These are the lasers. Alright, so I want to create like some sort of hybrid between this and this. And maybe some elements of like this type of skull. I mean, they kind of all look the same. Wait, we have a better skull reference that we've drawn. Let's see. These are the white ones. Yeah, this is the one that we want. These are the ones that we recolored ourselves. Alright, so I mean, these are too small for what we want. So let me look at itch real quick. Nugenvin 2222, thank you. Alright, I know I've seen this so many times, but I'm gonna look at here, wait, let's look at skull real quick. I'm also gonna quickly check on itch. Because oh, sorry, did I say itch? I mean open game art. Oh wow, there are a lot of skulls here actually. But none of these look good. Or none of these match what I want exactly. Let me see. Oh, whoa. This doesn't look good.
Hello there.
This is a good reference. Maybe this one too. This one is also a good reference. Shady, how's it going? Is this Celeste? Shady? I'm gonna remove you from this stream pretty soon. Is your game frickin' Galaga? Game is just a Galaga clone. Working on my own project at the moment, hearing you in the background. Good luck with the game. Thank you. And good luck with your project. If you have any like screenshots or anything, send them over, we can check it out. Practice 43W? What's that? Practice W. Someone redeemed Design Me an Enemy yesterday. Oof. What is this? Skeleton. Alright, so yeah, I don't think we're gonna use. Let me just make sure. Oh wow, there are actually so many skeletons. Who the hell are who's drawing all these skeletons? I think we saw this one already. Hate the open game art, but the UX. Ooh, skull floor. That looks really cool. I don't know why I'm looking at these. That looks so badass too. All of these look so cool. We'll probably use some of these to gain inspiration. Okay. What's this? 32 by 32 fantasy. Looks. Oh, yo, that skull right there looks kind of cool. Looks pretty scary. Design me an enemy. Do you ever start new projects? Hard time sticking. So yeah, no. I wish, I low-key wish I did, because I, like, the thing is, I love it, like, I would love to explore new ideas, but, yeah, I don't, because I know I should stick to my main project. So I have so many ideas, but, yeah, I can't. I, like, limit myself. Kinda sucks. I guess the grass is always greener, right? Because, like, for me, you know, a lot of people complain, oh, like, I don't finish my games. But for me, it's like, oh, I don't really explore other game types because I'm just so dedicated to one. But I'll do game jams from time to time. I do, like, I want to say, like, 2 or 3 game jams per year. So, yeah. Headed to bed? Juho, you just headed to bed? Woke up and you're still alive. You woke up just now? 8 hours ago was, what's math? 9 p.m. for me. As soon as you finish a test, you drop it, I see. Is this the Goofy song? No, it's not. Whoa, forgot we downloaded. Oh, whoa, this is actually kind of goes crazy. Whoa. It's very simple. Skull cave. Oh, it's a cave. It's not an entity. It's a cave. Alright, interesting. I might use it for something. We'll see. It's so difficult to see what the hell is going on here. Let me add a new layer. This actually looks a little too cute for my game. Yeah, it's a cute skeleton. It's too cute. Come on. Oh, this one doesn't look too bad though. What's cool is that if I can't sleep, I know I can get back on the computer and practical will be there. I'll always be there. Always be there. You got a friend in me. Yo, I don't know why I didn't just download all of these assets. See, that one's pretty crap. Or I mean, it's not crap. This looks kind of cool. Beta jam. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. And image. That's a cool image, I gotta say. I don't know what I'd use it for, but little default palette. Oh, what the hell? I hate. Why do people do this? Why do they make this fake? Here, wait. What if I do this? I do it 3 times and it's perfect, right? No. Convert it down, yeah. I see some pixel art styles that are like this, where it's like, it is pixel art, but then the corners are like, they do something weird with the corners. It doesn't look bad. It's just not pixel art. It's a weird, like, fake pixel art, but it doesn't look terrible. You know what I'm talking about? The thick outline pixel art. I know it, yeah. It looks like this, sort of, where it's like, it's pixel art on the inside, but then on the outside it's not. It actually doesn't look too bad. Like this way, but obviously, how do you scale things down? What is this? 4 divided by 2? No, 4. Is it 4 or is it 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna use it, but it looks cool. Or maybe we can make it into like a statue of some kind. Do. Personally love when people... Is that something that's common? Alright, so this one's a decent reference of like what we want. Let me see what else. So yeah, a combination of this one and this one would be great. And then maybe something like this. Alright, let me make a... For now, let's do 128. I'll grab these as well in case we get any inspiration from this one. Do 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 do. Oh wow, this one's 32 by 32. All right, it's a pretty big skull. We want to make it at most like 24 pixels. Honestly, I think that's too much already. Let's grab these. Dude, it is raining so hard. I'm scared. Scared the internet's gonna go out or something. I want to play. That would be a great song to play at your funeral. At anyone's funeral. Alright, so we have all these references. Honestly, this one doesn't look too bad. I want to make the skull, like maybe this part a little wider to match the width, but also, let me see. Kind of want to like, let me see if we can just make this work. The cheekbones are very strong. Got some nice cheekbones. Okay. Give it fire here. That's not a bad idea. I use this asset in my game. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I do. And this is the fire from my traps. Yeah. I'll show you. I use it in a combination with like other particles, but yeah, it is in my game too. Do we spawn near the no, we don't. I'll just spawn the yeah, these guys. It might be hard to tell because there's particles running behind it as well, but the surface texture is that that flame. And the particles, yeah, the particles were inspired by this texture, and then the same particles I use on the skull right here. This is the projectile. Dumb question, but do you know how to set the particle texture? Yeah. You go into the particle, and if you go into the inspector, you'll see there's something called texture. That's where you change the texture. Although it might be different on, if you're on 4, it might be different. Oh, on GPU particles? Yeah, I'm not sure. I assume it would be the same thing. We could look real quick. But yeah, if it's on, yeah, texture is right here. Should be the same thing. Right now I use a square. I mean, I use squares for my player dash. FTL music clap. I mean, squares are like, I would say they are nice particles if you just have squares in your game. Triangles are cooler. Yeah, they do have their charm, I gotta say. I mean, like, look, you can see squares on the... I mean, if you're making a pixel art game, your entire game is squares, so... You know, like, if you can create particles with just using squares, I feel like it's a good... It's good, you know? You're not using textures, you know, you're using the most minimal, you know, the most minimal, freaking, you know, unit. Even non-pixel art games are just squares. Just smaller squares. What are we but just a bunch of squares? We're all just squares. It's deep. Or are we just triangles? Alright. Let's get back to drawing. So this skull does not look that good by me just like trying to scale it down. Oh! Wait. I'll make some duplicates in case it does look good. Maybe we'll find the perfect skull. Animating it is gonna be hard. I'm not much of an animator, but actually we don't have to animate it because I was thinking of adding like a, you know, like an Eye of Sauron in the middle, and it just beams lasers at the person. Just in case you nail. Yeah, exactly. Maybe we can try like referencing. So these are 16 by 16. So maybe I'll actually steal these eyes. Actually, wait. Let me see. So this could be our first version. Potential version. These ones look like little like grandma, like a witch skeleton or something. I don't know. Oh wait, this one's 1 pixel too large. Squares don't really exist in nature, but they are so abstract. They are essentially human-made magic and can be used to predict outcomes of insanely complex coincidences. Hashtag just nerd stuff. Freaking nerd. You guys hear the thunder? Do you hear those squares clapping in the distance? Is it mean to make fun of this? Sounded like you were from Chicago. Is that a gun joke? Mayhaps. Hey guys, check it out. I made pixel art. New enemy? Wait, is this is... It needs to be 32. I mean, it needs to be 16. Wow. Just like that, it's gone. Just like that, it's just a